to what some people have referred to as Hope for Nigeria's Democracy. That was when the Fresh Party, led by Lagos Pastor Chris, Reverend Chris Okotie, when they won in court over the deregistration of that party alongside some other party, a lot of people breathed a sigh of relief. But INEC, the umpire, is saying no, they are going to appeal that particular case. The deregistration of political parties we've seen at least twice in the past few months in Nigeria. And this time around, what we are saying is that some parties, more parties are being registered. This brings a lot of questions to so many minds that if you do not need more parties, why register more? And why deregister some? Well, this is the debate that's been on in the political atmosphere for some time now. But again, the INEC is saying, look, these other parties that we are deregistering have not met some of the provisions of the law. But tonight I have joining me in the studio the national chairman of the National Conscience Party, one of the party which is experiencing this, Alhaji Tanko. Unister Tanko joins me in the studio now. Thank you for joining us.
No, thank you very much.
Yeah, with all of these that we've seen, Fresh Party went to court, which invariably also affects your party to the one in court, and at the end of the day, INEC says it's not satisfied.
Well, it's very interesting the way the situation is going. We have issues that have to do with the Constitution. When the NCP went to court, it was in 2011, and what we did was actually to preempt situation of deregistration based on the Electoral Act, which say if you do not win elections in the House of Assembly, you end up being deregistered. That was our only contention at the time. And we were happy at the way the things were going. It's a matter of constitutional interpretation, which has happened now that the other case was taken again by Fresh Democratic Party, to able to decide on actually which one is which. The confusing situation is that while Justice Aban gave notify our own position, the other justice gave it an affirmative position, very clearly so. So now put a lot of us into a lot of quagmire as regards to which one is which. But my concern as a chairman of a political party that has always stood firmly on the path of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and it's a chairman of the Inter-Party Advisory Council. The political party at the moment have a lot of problem of uncertainty, and that puts danger to the democracy in which all of us are enjoying at the moment. Because when you are always like afraid of being registered or deregistered within the short period of time, that doesn't give you room for you to plan. You understand? To even attract candidates.
Even for 13 years, you think that's a short time?
For 13 years, you're talking about democracy that has been entrenched for 100 years. You need stability of mind to be able to attract candidates.
But let's not forget that what INEC did is not out of place, because there is a provision in the law which gives them the power. In fact, the amended Electoral Act of Nigeria of 2012 actually empowers INEC to be able to do that, which they did. You think they're wrong in doing that?
Let us get this thing clear. In my own position, we are not talking about constitutional provision. Constitutional provisions are different from the issue of the amendment in the Electoral Act. The full constitutional provisions are different. We are in full support of the constitutional provision. Full support.
Which is?
Because if you have a political party that does not have a headquarters in Abuja as provided the Constitution, it doesn't have anything to do with parties. It doesn't have to do anything with being a political party.
But if the Constitution says some of the process or some of the things you need to satisfy is have an headquarters in Abuja, the capital.
Yes.
Well, the Electoral Act is saying you must win at least some seat at some level.
Yes, that is where the contention is.
So you have a problem with the Electoral Act as amended.
A problem with the Constitution, the Electoral Act. Because that will derail, because when you say until when you win elections in the state assembly, what happened to the local government elections? What happened to a councillorship? Which is actually the root of politicking. Because exactly where you want to sell this particular dividend of democracy to are the people in the grassroots. So you reduce them to that particular position of saying only state assembly. But if you have the constitutional provision, because normally before you are registered a political party, you must meet those constitutional provisions before you are registered. Ab initio. There's no question about it. You must have the secretariat office. They must go and confirm it. So with that particular act, I felt INEC has done a lot to put the political party on their right toes to really perform, you know. But don't issue of the Electoral Act, which actually has a lot of problem with the Constitution by every standard. When you say you don't have elections in local government, you don't win elections in the councillorship and house of local government election. So what happened to those particular elections?
So you feel that there is a conflict within our laws?
No, in that respect, especially the issue of the Electoral Act, that is where we have challenge with. But as regard to the constitutional provisions, everything is okay. That, because you must satisfy those constitutional provisions before you are ready.
But with all of this, the INEC is the umpire, is the man in the middle now.
Yeah.
INEC wants to sanitize the political atmosphere. They wants the board to be fair and to be sanitized for everybody to play. But when he sees that there is no sanity and he takes action, that's when some parties are not happy.
When it comes to the issue of the, I keep on repeating constitutional problem, showing there are one, you say you must have an office in Abuja. It is written there. You must have representation on 24th state of the federation. You must have those particular ones. And once you cannot satisfy them, you will not even be registered in the first place.
What I'm saying is this:
so
we have close to 70 parties, political parties.
Yeah.
Half of them are not functioning. Half of them we cannot even see them. After they are being registered, we cannot even feel them. Nobody knows them.
I will not agree with you totally as regard to the feeling of the existence of the political party. Remember, the NCP, led by Chief Ganifa, may live in the true liberalization of the political system in this country. I have made a certain example. Even a population of 9 million people in Benin Republic have about 100 political parties. We are not against the political party being sanitized, but we actually are saying that all the provisions of the law must be followed in regard to the performance of the political party based on the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Once that is done, everybody will be okay. If you say that the political party have not been functioning, how many of the political parties do anybody know? Our Nigerian people really concentrate on one or two of the major ones that they are very much familiar with. But
I think it's just natural to relate with the ones that you're familiar with.
No,
or the ones that have reached you.
Even at the moment now, we have 23 political parties. If you ask, many people may not even know the existence of the other political parties.
So why will a party be in existence without functioning?
The challenge, no, they are functioning. The challenges are huge. It has to do with monetary involvement. Most of the political parties have been pauperized directly to ensure that they don't perform. Exactly what we are saying, that when a political party that is in power have enormous resources at regard to treasury, state security and all, and then denying the other political party to the same process, and you expect both of them to go to the market, it doesn't ask.
So you do not support the two parties
no,
has been put forward by the APC?
It is a couching. You don't allow popular views and opinion. Why you are seeing those ones that are too popular is because they've already gotten themselves into power. They still use government medias to propagate themselves as against the other political party. But if there's a clean ground for every political party, there will be more. Many people will know more. That was why we are advocating that the political party must be funded in such a way that they will be able to perform effectively well. With so doing, there will be proper internal democracy in each of the political parties, so that one person may not be able to gag the political party as to him owning it. Because what you have now is the who pay the pipers dictate the terms.
So what do you suggest INEC should do to parties who are seemingly dead?
Well, of course there are processes of doing so. The INEC has a right to visit those political parties and make sure that all those things that they said they have are in place. And when they have, they can issue them a query and ask why. Why are you not here? Why are you not here? Which I believe INEC is doing. You know, the INEC chairman has made it clear that it's a person that obeys laws and regulation of the land. Once the rules and regulations of the land are being obeyed, he's up and going.
All right, let me ask you, just slightly away from the issue of deregistration, the APC, the All Progressives Congress, the emergence of about four parties marrying into one. What do you see about that?
No, for me, it's a welcome development. For the first time in the history of our country, in Africa in general, we are having political party merging into one. It has never happened. What we usually have is alliance of political parties. And that alliance sometimes ended up in some certain squabbles for issue of power and all. And then maybe some of them now feel that, okay, we could just work together and march together into one. It has been successful. I really congratulate those who really work hard to ensure that the merger took place. It shows that our politics is evolving with time. With that, you can give room now. Others too may even follow suit, rather than the political party being deregistered. But we can take decision on ourselves as political parties. So, and it's a good development for political
parties. Will your party be joining the APC?
Oh no. The NCP is an originator. What I mean by originator, this is a political party that has a very distinct ideology, quite different. We are socialists in nature, and so it's very difficult if we are not tied down around a program. The NCP is a pro-masses organization, believe in the youth development, believe in the persons with disability, believe in the women.
And you feel that the merger, the APC does not have, or the PDP or other parties don't have these ideologies?
Well, we have been in the vanguard of propagating this. So if any other political party has the same ideology as ours, he would have been doing so. But we have been known distinctly for this.
But so do you think the APC that are just coming up have this kind of ideology?
No, I wouldn't know, because this is my own party.
Because what I'm asking you is that the APC says PDP is their major target for 2015.
Yes.
Do you think that is a viable target for such an organization to come together to pursue?
No, as a political party, they may have the reason what they wanted as a political party. For me, the National Consensus Party, the people of Nigeria are our targets. We want to make them comfortable. We want to make life comfortable for them, because we believe that Nigeria has no business with poverty. And if there any way we could do to ensure that that poverty is eradicated in the land, we will do that.
Just before we go, Alhaji Tanko, yes, can you tell us, does the APC have the character to give Nigerians what they deserve?
Well, it's politics. It's what you trade, what you say that people will buy into. If they say what the people want to hear and they act in accordance with what the people want to see as action, the people will have the right to make it.
Not give me an affirmative. Do they have?
Yeah, because I won't say if they have, because I am a political party, they are a political party.
But you've been watching the situation.
Yes, I've been watching. I have worked with a lot of the members of the APC. I have worked together with a lot of the people who have marched as a political party. Yes, they have differences in their own, but they've now come together as one. That will tell you that they are ready to work together. If they have differences before, they are trying to work on those particular differences. But for me, we are already ready, and Nigeria is our target.
Thank you so much, Alhaji Tanko, for joining us
on
the
program.
And that's been it on Politics Today this weekend. We hope that you've had a wonderful time joining us on this program. Till next week, I'm Shehu Okinbaloye. Do have yourself a wonderful evening. Good night.